We are taking you into the news right now with the FOX45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Baltimore City is in mourning. A firefighter killed battling a fire in northwest Baltimore. Coming up, how the 4 other firefighters injured in the fire are doing. And the fire is bringing back memories of last year's deadly Stricker Street fire. We'll look at the changes the city has made since that fire to try and improve first responder safety. We're keeping a close eye on the radar as we wait for afternoon storms, how that could impact your commute home, and if the rain will stick around for Sunday's big Ravens game. FOX45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is FOX45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for FOX45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. We begin with breaking news. Police are identifying a suspect after a Maryland judge was shot dead at his Hagerstown home. It happened last night. The Washington County Sheriff says Judge Andrew Wilkinson was gunned down in his driveway. Authorities are looking for 49-year-old Pedro Argote. Take a look. He's described as about 5'7", 130 pounds, and has black hair and brown eyes. He may be driving a silver 2009 Mercedes GL 450 with Maryland plates 4EH0408. Online court documents show Argote was set to appear before the judge on Thursday, and another hearing was set for Halloween Day. A live look right now of the Washington County Sheriff's Office, where authorities are set to give this update in an hour. You can get more information on our website, foxbaltimore.com, as we continue to follow this story. Right now, we are following 3 big stories. There is a 3rd vote for a House Speaker in D.C. In the Middle East, Israel is ordering new evacuations, and Baltimore City is in mourning after a city firefighter was killed and 4 others were injured.
It is with a heavy heart that I must announce one member has tragically perished as a result of his injuries. The 4 other firefighters suffered varying degrees of burns and are being treated at area hospitals.
Baltimore lost a hero, one of our bravest and most dedicated public servants.
There was a somber procession outside of shock trauma last night for that fallen firefighter. And right now, the 4 injured firefighters remain in the hospital here. The tragedy happened as the crew was battling a 2-alarm fire in northwest Baltimore. Now focus turns to how this happened. Olivia Dance is at the scene of the fire with the latest on the investigation. Olivia?
Well, this morning, the community is mourning the loss of that firefighter, and the cause of this fire is still under investigation. But we know that at least these 3 row homes just behind us here on Linden Heights Avenue were involved in that fire, and at least one resident seems to have lost everything. You can really see the extent of the damage, and it's bad. There's just pieces of the homes and memories and debris burnt and scattered all across the ground. You can also still smell smoke.
Evaluating a town near the border with Lebanon. This evaluation comes ahead of a potential Israeli ground operation into the Gaza Strip. A militant group in Lebanon has been firing rockets at Israel since the Israeli-Hamas war started. The group has signaled that it may join the war if Israel invades the Gaza Strip. Now to our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1, a new grocery store is set to open in an East Baltimore food desert. The Lidl is going up where the Old Town Mall and housing projects once stood and will become the cornerstone of a 250-acre redevelopment project. Construction is slated to begin next year. Trending number 2, a Montgomery County police sergeant remains in critical condition after being hit by an accused drunk driver. Police say the 19-year-old driver, who has an extensive criminal record for traffic violations, was going more than 100 miles an hour. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news in weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, it's getting too expensive to have fun. How Americans are changing their spending habits in a tighter economy and what they're willing to go into debt for. Car thefts are on the rise in Baltimore and across the country. Coming up, the specific models a new report finds are the most targeted, and it might not be what you think. And a new push to end the actor strike. How A-listers like George Clooney and Emma Stone are offering to open their checkbooks to try and make a deal.
Weather story for the day. We're tracking afternoon showers and temperatures staying mild, cooler and breezy for the weekend. Definitely going to feel that wind coming in, especially on Saturday and Sunday. So 72 today. We'll drop to the 50s tonight, back to the upper 60s for you tomorrow. We'll track those rain showers and give you that full forecast coming up in just a few.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Taking a look at your social stream now, the U.S. military has detained and charged Travis King, the Army private who fled to North Korea in July. According to charging documents, the 23-year-old is facing 8 charges under the military's Code of Justice, ranging from desertion and assault to the solicitation of child pornography. King returned to the U.S. in September after spending 2 months in North Korea. A lot of eyes on this story. We have people responding here. This user says it's a challenging situation, but desertion is a serious offense in the military. I hope Travis King has the opportunity to address these charges properly. Here's another one. Hope justice is served and the truth comes to light. A judge rules conspiracy theorist and InfoWars host Alex Jones cannot use bankruptcy to avoid paying the Sandy Hook families the more than $1 billion he owes them. The families were awarded the money over lies Jones spread about the shooting. During the trials, his company InfoWars declared bankruptcy. Jones later declared personal bankruptcy. Justin here says you always have to suffer the consequences of your own actions and words. This is the only justice that we have. David says, when can they start confiscating his assets to pay off the judgment? George Clooney and a number of other A-list stars are offering to pay millions of dollars in union dues to help end the actors' strike. Earlier this week, Clooney met with SAG-AFTRA union leaders and proposed they remove the $1 million cap on membership dues. Clooney says that would bring in more than $50 million to the union each year and help bridge a gap in contract negotiations with studios. People kind of skeptical online. Danielle says, oh, yes, the rich who don't have to worry about paying rent on time. Here's another one. It's been almost 100 days. I, too, would want for things to move a bit. So some different perspectives there. Still ahead, caught on camera, a thief hiding in plain sight. Can you see him? How the mannequin wannabe almost made off with the entire store. And living alone may be bad for our physical health. Coming up, how our living arrangement may be linked to a higher risk of dying from cancer. It's 11:14. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. We're back, taking you live over Towson right now. Things are dry, as you can see, but we are tracking the next weather maker. Coming up in 5 minutes, meteorologist Justin Chambers will time things out for us, plus a preview of Sunday's Ravens game forecast. Now to a health alert. The setup of our house may have an impact on our physical health. A new study suggests people who live alone are more likely to die from cancer. The study looked at nearly 500,000 people ages 18 to 64. It found about 2.5% of those who lived alone died of cancer during the study period. In contrast, just 1.6% of those who did not live alone died of cancer. That suggests adults living alone have a 32% higher risk of cancer death. Now, researchers are not sure exactly why, though it may be due to loneliness and social isolation, though the authors were quick to point out not everyone who lives alone is lonely. Eating red meat may be linked to a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. A Harvard study found those who ate high amounts of red meat were 62% more likely to develop type 2 diabetes than those who ate the least. In the study, people who swapped red meat at a meal for nuts or vegetables had a 30% reduction in risk. An update now about an increase in stolen cars in Baltimore City. We told you about it Thursday. The city has seen more than 8,900 car thefts this year. And it's not just here. The FBI says motor vehicle thefts rose by 10.9% in 2022 from the previous year. The law enforcement agency says the total number of vehicles stolen last year was nearly 1 million. And new data suggests thieves are targeting specific models. A report by the Highway Loss Data Institute shows the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat is the most stolen car in the U.S. Other frequently stolen models include the Dodge Charger Hemi, the Infiniti Q50, the Dodge Challenger, and the Land Rover Range Rover. Coming up on the Fox 45 News at 4, a Maryland judge killed in his own home, the latest on the investigation into the murder. Then at 5, calls for funding to stop until there's an audit, the growing push for the city to take a closer look at the Safe Streets program. And at 6, chaos continues on Capitol Hill. The latest on the speaker vote and how it impacts the war in Israel, Ukraine, and the looming budget crisis here in the U.S. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Trending now, crazy video here showing a unique theft that was all caught on camera. Look at this. Police in Poland say a man posed as a mannequin in a shop window before robbing the place. Apparently, he went inside and climbed in the window pretending to be part of the display. Then when the store closed, he went on a shopping spree. He triggered an alarm when he tried to leave. He's now charged with theft and burglary. Wow. Mark Clark with Bmore Lifestyle is here now. Oh my gosh, this is like straight out of a scary movie.
He gets an A for effort, okay? He gets an A for effort. Now, nobody wants that shot, though. That shot we started with, nobody wants to ever see that shot.
Ever see that in real life. I was going to say, Mark, I can kind of picture you in this situation.
I was going to say.
What would you do if you saw that, if you realized there is a man posing as a mannequin in a window?
Well, yeah, no, because, you know, at these different amusement parks, they always have that person that's just like, then they move.
Yep.
But I can always tell.
Yep.
I would have caught him.
Known.
I would have known. I would have sniffed him out. But again, that's a high degree of difficulty theft. And at least he has amusing things to talk about in jail.
I feel like he could have put the same effort into maybe a business or doing something else and have maybe even made the same amount of money that he would have with his theft. I mean, that takes skill to just.
Well, it's the classic scenario where the criminals, they are smart in some ways, but they're not as smart as they think they are.
Exactly, because they always get caught. And
foiled again.
Here. Yep.
Well, see.
All right, rain is on the way. Time now for your weather with meteorologist Justin Chambers.
Yeah, it is fall and seeing some great fall colors here. Look at that beautiful picture. I mean, we got great pictures here in Maryland, but this is actually in Cleveland, and folks there are seeing some of those really pretty oranges and the bright, vibrant colors. Of course, we love getting your pics, whether they're pet pics or fall foliage pics. Love to post those. foxbaltimore.com/chime in. Upper 60s and lower 70s. Even with the rain, our temperatures are still going to be in the above average category as we head toward the afternoon. And we'll top out right about 72. Those temperatures still in the above average category, even with some of those afternoon rain showers. And you can see our high temps today. Upper 60s is typically where we are. A lot of us in those upper 60s and even some lower 70s for Baltimore out through Chestertown. Stevensville at 69, same number in Annapolis. And up and down the 95 corridor, some lower to 70s for Philly and Baltimore down through D.C. with mid 60s in Ocean City if you are heading down the ocean. So here comes the rain. After about 3 p.m., the cold front will be making its way from west to east and right through the 95 and 83 corridor. That's when we'll have our best chance for rain between about 3 and 7 o'clock on your Friday afternoon into the evening. Then as we head towards Saturday, that area of low pressure with the cold front moves on out of here. Back behind that, the wind is going to pick up and we stay cloudy as well. And then Sunday will be nice and dry, even though we'll have a few showers late Saturday night possible. Sunday overall will be drier, even though it'll be cooler, and that wind's going to pick up as well. So Ravens game right here on Fox 45 Sunday at 1 p.m. Kickoff in the lower 60s. Again, the wind is going to be the big thing, but at least we're dry. Temperatures in the mid 60s by halftime and into the lower 60s for your final. And here's a look at that 10-day forecast. 72 today, upper 60s on Saturday. We're back to the mid 60s Sunday. Now, check those numbers next week. A nice little warming trend. We'll see some lower 70s by Wednesday and Thursday and keep those lower 70s as we head toward the final weekend of October with Halloween right around the corner.
All right, looks pretty nice. Thanks, Justin. Still ahead, new changes are coming to Instagram. Why not everyone will notice them? And you can save on major Thanksgiving must-haves this year. The two big chains cutting prices on some popular meal items ahead of the holidays. It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Don't miss this. A way to save on food costs this Thanksgiving. Starting November 1st, Walmart and Aldi are cutting prices for Thanksgiving and Christmas meal staples. Walmart will have turkey priced at less than $1 per pound, and Aldi says it will slash costs by up to 50% on items like gravy, potatoes, pumpkin pie, and butter. Pretty good deal. NBA superstar LeBron James is coming out with another children's book. It'll be the second picture book for the four-time NBA champion and illustrator Nina Mata. The two previously released the book I Promise. That was in 2020. The new book will be called I Am More Than. James says it's about believing in yourself and all the amazing things that you're capable of. Instagram is testing a new poll feature. Users can create the poll in the comments section of their post. The feature is still in the testing phase, but CEO Mark Zuckerberg says it will be rolling out to everyone soon. Tomorrow marks week 8 of college football. That means we are gearing up for another sports-filled weekend you can watch right here on Fox 45. Coverage of the big noon kickoff starts at 10. Then at noon, Penn State heads to Columbus to take on Ohio State. At 4 p.m., rivals Texas and Houston kick off for the first time since 2002. Then to wrap up the night, Utah and USC are in California. That coverage starting at 8 p.m. Then stick around for Fox NFL kickoff on Sunday. The Ravens play at home against the Detroit Lions. Coverage starts at 11 a.m. right here on Fox 45. That's all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Bmore Lifestyle is up next, and Mark Clark is back with a preview. Hey, Mark.
Thanks so much, Shannon. Now, do you have your costume yet? Halloween is just a little bit more than a week away. Coming up, we'll chat about the hottest selling costumes and biggest Google searches that's going on. Stick around for Bmore Lifestyle coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Bmore Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? It's Friday. I'm Mark Clark, and this is Bmore Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Celebrity makeup artist Gazi Alandu Young is here, along with casting agent, the casting agent, Thea Washington in the building. Let me tell you right now. Welcome, ladies. How you doing? Okay, a new survey finds more Americans are cutting back in fun due to rising costs, whether it's dinner out or catching a movie or live entertainment. About 6% of Americans say they've cut back on spending. Still, 20% say they're willing to take on debt to afford their favorite entertainment activities. Now, you guys are ballers. So let's start with you, Thea. Now, has this economy stopped your spending or no?
Okay, so yes and no.
Okay.
I decided to get creative and do things at home and make them a big, huge deal. But, sometimes, we might have to sit this one out.
But I see on the red carpet, you and Gazi on the red carpet all the time. So has it affected you?
Honestly, it's been a blessing. It has not, because my family, we've made a decision to live.
Okay, we're gonna live.
We're gonna live, and we know that it's, some costs that come with that, but at the same time, what Thea said, we get creative too.
What's crazy is you guys actually because of what you do, you are out a lot. Yeah. And it's like from the outfits to the look, it actually can add up. So I'm glad to see that you guys have not let it stop your style. It has stopped mine. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing now. If you still need a new Halloween costume, maybe consider one of these. Google is out with a list of most popular Halloween costumes. Top of the list, Barbie. Princess is the number 2 pick. Spider-Man takes 3rd. Another popular outfit includes traditional witch or cowboy or ninja outfits. Are y'all dressing up? As a makeup professional, you dress up all the time.
All the time. I'm not dressing up this year, but my kids are. But my girls are different. None of my kids are on this list at all. My one child wants to be Beyonce, another one wants to be a dark angel, and my son is being like some YouTube guy or something.
Oh, some YouTube guy. Now, Thea, you're in the industry. Are you dressing up?
Oh, of course.
Your clients are dressing up. Are you dressing up?
Well, I'm dressing up. My son every year picks our costumes, so we have family themes.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to be Power Rangers or Spider-Man, different ones. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, me and Allison are dressing up as Will and Jada. Oh. And we staying together. We staying together.
You know what? I love that.
We're staying together forever.
Yeah,
but they are too.
You're going to have a book. Part of the costume.
Just don't smack nobody, please.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to smack nobody.
No, we love that.
We want you to tell us, what are you going to do for Halloween for your costume? Vote on our website right now, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app, and at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, Halloween may be a spooky time of year, and new data shows that Marylanders are the most afraid of. It shows what the Marylanders are most afraid of. The Google search trends trypophobia, or the fear of clustered patterns and holes, got the most searches. That's followed by a fear of the ocean, a fear of tight spaces, and a fear of vomiting. These Marylanders, these are some weird fears.
They are definitely weird.
Fear of vomiting?
Okay.
Well, what is that?
But the fear of holes is potholes. Okay, that is a legit fear. I fear it every day. My tire bill is high.
Your tires fearing the pothole as well.
So I'm with that.
You know what's weird? I'm gonna say this: the fear of the cluster things. Something does kind of freak. I don't call it a fear.
Okay.
But when I see like a graphic and it has, like you say, the holes and different things, something about it makes me like gross. It makes me sick. It makes me, so maybe.
It's so funny that you say that. My nanny, we went to Cayman Islands.
Okay, my nanny. Go ahead, girl. Yes.
We went to Cayman Islands in a coral reef. She was freaking out. I thought she was joking because one day she was washing something and the sponge holes were freaking out. I'm like, girl, calm down. I didn't know this was a real thing.
I know, it's weird.
She was freaking out seeing the coral, all the holes. Like we had to get her out the water. I was like, what? So the fact that you said that you felt...
I know, and now I don't even gonna say fear. I'm just gonna say it kind of freaks me out.
Okay.
And who knew? I mean, 300-pound man scared of holes. I don't know. But what about y'all? Have any fears?
Oh, I think my main fear was like arachnophobia, like back in the day, like everybody else. And I have a fear of spending a whole lot. That's my
bank account broke bankopia.
Yes,
is the fear
I have a fear of being brokopia.
Like, treat yourself.
That's my
but
fear.
But you got nannies, limousine drivers. You ain't scared.
Listen, it's a blessing. We've come a long way.
So let me ask this, because it's funny. I was at Six Flags today for Halloween and the whole thing. Are you guys the kind, would a ghost scare you? Would something, would a haunted, like your own home, like, would that kind of thing scare you, or could you deal with it?
To honestly answer it, I think I could deal with it in my own way. But, you know, I grew up in the city, and I had to defend myself growing up.
Oh, so you ain't scared of no ghosts.
But yeah, I ain't scared of no ghosts.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome. Well, you amazing. Thanks so much, ladies. You're amazing. Thank you so much, and please come back, okay? All right, still ahead is often the gathering spot in your home. The kitchen brings families together. Coming up, we'll show you how to make the most of your space, no matter how small. Stick around. But first, fashion for a cause. Coming up, how a new brand is helping support those who serve our country. Again, great show on the way. Stick around.
You're watching Bmore Lifestyle.
In today's edition of America Steals and Deals, Julie Moran has found an amazing clothing company that supports the people defending America's freedom. Today, she's sharing the attire that will show your patriotism and explain how money from your purchase helps out families for those in need.
The following segment is sponsored by Nike.
I just absolutely love this shirt by Volition America. It's always so rewarding to support a great cause, and Volition America is doing that. These are amazing hats and shirts, and they're part of the profits of the sales go to support Foals of Honor, which is such a worthwhile charity. They have provided over 44,000 scholarships to the spouses and children of fallen and disabled service members, and also first responders, which is really cool. And 41% of those scholarships are awarded to minority recipients. I just love the range and the colors. I love the black. You can kind of see a little flag right here. I think they're really chic and they're really cool. I would wear this hat, and I will wear it. And wearing them shows your support. And their mission at Volition America is patriotism with a purpose. This one says, freedom isn't free, which is so true. And right now, we're offering up to 20% off of Volition America products. So you can get great colors, great choices. They make great gifts. You just buy them for yourself, buy them for a friend, buy them for a birthday, a holiday present, whatever you want to do. So head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. And when you do, you're going to feel like you're supporting a great charity and a great cause.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by IKEA Baltimore.
Welcome to IKEA Baltimore, where we're joined by Lori to show us how you can get the most out of your kitchen. So, Lori, what makes the kitchen so special?
The kitchen really is the heart of the home. It's where all the activity happens. And it's very important that the space is organized so it can function properly for you.
I love it. And so, you know, I don't want to say it, but what about clutter? How do we handle clutter?
Clutter is a major concern for all of us, especially in the kitchen. So we have some great solutions for you in this kitchen. We have actually freed up our counter space with open shelving and with rails. It allows for the space to be ready for task at hand, but it also clears up that visual clutter when you come into the space. There are so many small appliances these days, and some of us keep them on the counter and we hardly use them.
That's guilty.
We should be putting these small appliances either in our cabinetry or in our pantries to free up our counter space.
Let's take a look at the pantry.
Yeah, let's do that. So here in the pantry is a great place to put those appliances. We also have clear containers, and these clear containers are fantastic because it lets you see at a glance what you have and what you're getting low on, so that you can get to the grocery store and replenish. We also have some really fantastic bins and boxes that you can take right over to the island when you're working on a project.
Lori, that's a lot. So what else does IKEA offer?
You know, IKEA actually offers so much more. We actually sell the entire kitchen that we were just in.
Wow.
IKEA sells kitchens.
That's amazing. So let's take a look at the kitchen.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so here in our kitchen, we actually have a wonderful feature, which is a base cabinet lined with drawers. These drawers are fantastic. They're deep. They can hold everything from pots, pans, dishes, and more. They have soft close. The island's wonderful. We have storage on both sides of the island and a large quartz countertop, which you can choose finishes for to customize your kitchen look.
And so how do you start your renovation? How does a customer start?
Yeah, it can seem a little scary to get started, but not to worry, we've got you covered. We offer a free 30-minute consultation appointment where you can come in and work with one of our coworkers to learn about the door styles, the countertops, all of the cabinetry options. We also have a 90-minute free planning service, which takes place right after a measurement. Our team is so well-versed, we can get you started with ease.
Great information, Lori. Thanks for inviting us here. You can learn more online, or better yet, come to IKEA Baltimore to see how they can transform your kitchen. Still ahead, we're talking self-care and our mental health, how to check in on yourself and your loved ones. But first, I'll talk to an organization that celebrates Baltimore and everything Charm City has to offer.
This is Bmore Lifestyle.
From Baltimore with Love founder Brian Dawkins celebrates what makes Baltimore great through his clothing. He joins us now on Bmore Lifestyle. Brian, how are you, sir?
I'm amazing. How you doing?
I love that shirt.
I appreciate it, man. We still represent the O's no matter the outcome.
Yeah, that's right. So tell us, what inspired you to create this brand?
So we love our city, right? So we wanted to encourage a positive outlook on the city and its residents. And a lot of people from Baltimore who have moved away. So that's a large part of the market. So we ship nationwide, and we've even shipped internationally.
I love it. And what do you want to accomplish?
So a lot. So one, we want to encourage, like I said, a positive outlook and even the possibility of a better quality of life here, as well as assist with the marketing and marketability of the city. A lot of stuff like if you can go on YouTube or Google Baltimore, Maryland right now, and our digital and visual footprint isn't the absolute best. On YouTube, it's a lot of negative news reports or bad tourism reports or court cases or whatever the case may be. We have this brand, but I'm associated with a bunch of filmmakers. I'm a filmmaker as well. And we've rolled out a piece of content that just speaks to a positive message and energy of the city. And we want to continue with that, not just the specialty apparel, but community engagement and as well as positive content, just to assist with.
Right, it's so crazy, Brian. I'm out every day. We met on the streets.
Sure.
And I do wonder about that because you're right, there's so many beautiful aspects of Baltimore.
Absolutely.
But like you said, I don't know if, like you said, not only locally, but nationally, I don't know if it's promoted right. And so even when I saw you and you told me what your brand was, I'm like, it's like, voila, that's it, you know? And so speaking of that, tell us about, you've been selected for the Boost program.
Absolutely.
And you're at the second cohort.
Yeah.
I don't know business, so tell us what all that means.
So yeah, so Boost stands for Black Owned and Operated Storefront Tennessee. So the Downtown Partnership has been very supportive. Shouts out to Miss Shalonda Stokes, she's great.
She's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And they've pretty much selected five businesses to occupy storefronts in downtown Baltimore. So all of us are in different stages of the process right now, dealing with the landlords, dealing with building inspectors and everything that goes into operating a storefront. So some of us will be launching next year. And just looking to operate in downtown. A lot of businesses pull their business out of the city due to whatever.
Yeah.
But since COVID, it's just been, a lot of just vacancy in the city. And like I said, that's why we want to assist with the marketing and marketability of the city. And when we open our storefront, we intend to make a positive impact on that.
I love it. Now, are you looking for partnerships, and how can our viewers reach you to buy product but also participate?
Absolutely looking for partnerships, whether it's, we have affiliate programs. We're always looking to partner with organizations if they're interested in any bulk purchases, any fundraising initiatives or opportunities. We were able to do a Earth Day initiative along with the Baltimore Ravens, M&T Bank, Constellation Energy to do a cleanup of the Greenmount West community and restoration of Hidden Harvest Farm. So we're absolutely looking to do more community initiatives like that. And anybody, like I said, that's interested in any fundraising opportunities, we do have situations like that. Our website is FromBaltimoreWithLove.com. And you can reach out on our website and let us know what you're interested in. We're definitely interested in partnering.
That sounds like a song. I'm going to have to write that song. Brian, I appreciate you. Doing great things.
Yes, sir.
From Baltimore with love.
Let's do it.
That was too bluesy. A bit lighter. Okay.
No,
thanks again, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now time for weather and meteorologist Justin Chambers. What's up, Justin?
Oh, checking this shot out, really cool. This is from my friend Sam, who works at the National Weather Service office in Nashville. And you can see actually some storm clouds. And it says, did not have an October supercell at sunset on my bingo card. But you look there in the bottom of your screen, you can actually see some of those stronger storms that rolled through. So yeah, we can always get some interesting weather no matter where you live. Tracking afternoon showers for us here in Baltimore today. Temperatures staying on the mild side of things. Now, it will be cooler and breezy as we head into the weekend. So your hour-by-hour forecast, upper 60s and lower 70s for the next couple of hours. We will see that rain develop after about 3 or 4 p.m. And up those 60s and 70s pretty much area-wide throughout central Maryland. Those numbers in the above-average category with a lot of lower 70s. We will get pockets of sunshine through the middle part of the day before the rain returns and rolls in. Only in the upper 50s in Cumberland. That's the cold front. You can actually see that on this map right here with the warmer air in the 95 corridor, 70s for Philly and Baltimore down through D.C. So here comes the front. You can see it right there. And then you get the warmer air out ahead of that. So we have the potential of an isolated thunderstorm embedded with some of these showers that roll through between about 3 and 7 p.m. on Friday. Saturday looks to be breezy and even windy in the afternoon with some clouds hanging around. Maybe a stray shower or two in the morning time, but Saturday afternoon looks fine. Late Saturday night, Sunday morning could see another round of just a few light showers. But then Sunday we're drier and cooler. The wind is going to be whipping through here through Sunday afternoon before we calm down next week. Now, Ravens forecast Sunday 1 p.m. M&T Bank Stadium will be seeing kickoff around about 61 degrees, mid-60s for halftime. It will be windy, so just be aware of that. Of course, you can watch that on Fox 45. 10-day forecast, 72 today, upper 60s on Saturday, low to mid-60s for Sunday and Monday. Look at that nice warming trend, upper 60s and 70s as we head toward the final weekend of October.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by AARP Maryland.
October is Emotional Wellness Month, and it's a great time to check in on how you and your family are doing. Here to talk about the occasion is AARP Maryland volunteer extraordinaire, and she really is that, Karen Morgan. Karen, good seeing you again. Yes, what a surprise. Great to see you.
It's good to see you, too. I'm equally surprised. So there you go.
So talk to us about October being Emotional Wellness Month.
Yes, it's important because what COVID has brought to the fore is that social isolation is a problem that affects all of us. And it is no longer a luxury to focus on your emotional and mental health. It's something that you actually have to do, and you have to take affirmative, positive steps to do that. You can't just let it happen.
That is so true. Now, do you have any suggestions to help people practice emotional wellness?
Absolutely. How about just a little gratitude? Maybe when you wake up in the morning, just think of like maybe 3 things that you're grateful for. Like, I don't know, maybe your eyes open and you could see the room. That's something to be grateful for.
That's so perfect.
You know, walking, talking, or you got a surprise conversation from a friend. Somebody called you that you didn't expect, and it was happy. Or maybe your house is still standing. How about that?
You know, that is so simple, but so true, because I think we take things for granted. And it's not, everything sounds like a cliche, but we really do. Now, you know, speaking of, you know, taking things for granted, you know, is this even more important for people as we get older?
It definitely is, because social isolation tends to be more of a problem as we get older. Now, I think what COVID's brought to the fore is that we can all be socially isolated because we're all kind of like in our homes.
Yeah.
But for those of us who are older, it's always been an issue. Your friends, you don't have as many friends. You leave the workplace, your work friends no longer your friends. It might be harder to make friends when you're on your own, but you really have to take steps to do that. So find a sport that you like, or some activity you enjoy, knitting or crocheting. That's something that I do. And maybe you can make friends that way, or at least you have people to talk to while you're doing the activity.
It's so interesting how it sneaks up on you. You know, we're going through that transition where the kids are in college.
Yes.
And so, you know, it sneaks up on you because you've been taking them here and taking them there and dealing with it. Next thing you know, you're looking at each other. You're, like you say, you're just kind of like, doody-doo, and so but it sneaks up on you, you know. So
totally
where can people go to get information to help with that? And I'm sure AARP is there to help. And even joining AARP.
Joining AARP, that's what I did. See,
that's your story.
And you get this nifty sweater, see, and it says AARP Maryland.
And you wear it well.
Let me bring something else up, though. Very important is the 988 line. This is something that was enacted through legislation, and AARP very strongly supported the establishment and the funding for this line. This is the line that you can call if you're in crisis, and it's not just about being suicidal. It's not a suicide line necessarily. It's about if you think you're in crisis, if you're not sure that you can hold on, call 988. There are trained counselors on this line who will help you assess your situation and refer you to where you can get real help. It's so important. Don't wait until you're absolutely positively desperate. Do something like call 988 if you feel like you're in a crisis.
Great information. Always great to see you. I hate to shake your hand again because my suit's too tight, but yes. Great seeing you.
The suit looks great. I love the handkerchief.
Well, thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Do you have your Halloween costume? It's going to be here before you know it. Coming up, what you're looking for in a costume. Stick around. If you still need a Halloween costume, maybe consider one of these. Google is out with this list of most popular Halloween costumes. Top of the list, Barbie. Princess is the number 2 pick. Spider-Man takes 3rd. Other popular outfits include the traditional witch, cowboy, or ninja. And we wanted you to tell it, how do you look for Halloween? What do you look for in a Halloween costume right now? Most of you are saying, I don't dress up. What? Okay. Well, thanks for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Bmore Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you Monday.